words of wisdom from me. I've been put on a very high pedestal by all my brother judges here. Anyway, Honorable Bar President, my brother judges on the dais, learned Principal District Judge, members of the District Judiciary present here, senior members of the Bar, ladies and gentlemen. I was trying to understand what the Bar President was saying in his speech. He got a lot of applause. One portion I could make out was that he was praising Brother Soumya Julu. The other part I was not very sure whether he is criticizing the Chief Justice or not. In retrospect, I feel if we had deferred the inauguration ceremony by at least 6 months, I would have undergone a crash course in Telugu to confront the Honorable Bar President, who appears to be extremely popular among the members of the Bar. Anyway, first of all, let me congratulate all of you on this momentous occasion when the inauguration has happened of this 10-court complex. In fact, I am here only by accident to inaugurate it and be a part of this inauguration. This baby was conceived somewhere in 2017. I only helped it deliver in 2023. In between, because of some procedural delays, the matter kept on hanging. And it was only on account of continuous efforts by various brother judges who held the office in the interregnum and the efforts of the administrative judges during this time that this was made possible. We only had to push it a little bit to make it happen at least before Justice Soumya Julu, who is a very popular judge in our High Court, also participates in this function, this being his home ground. Much has been said about this city, which is a port city. It has a tremendous legacy and respect. It is known as a city of destiny, as brother said just now. There is no doubt that this region has produced stalwarts in the legal field. Mr. Sastri's name has been taken very often by most of the speakers. Mr. Soumya Julu's father's name has been taken by almost all the speakers. Mr. D.V. Subbarao must have been a legendary figure. That respect for seniors who have traversed the distance in these corridors over the years is quite apparent. But one thing I must appreciate, and that is the respect and regard which all of you have for the doyens of yesteryears in the legal profession. This is very important. To remember such legal luminaries from a platform like this, on an occasion like this, shows your humility, shows that you recognize talent, shows that if at all somebody distinguishes himself in the legal field, you are not one to criticize him or be envious about, but perhaps to emulate the achievements and encourage others to follow suit. This is very important. And the praise and the appreciation and the love and regard appears to be very, very spontaneous. This is quite appreciated. The city, as Brother Soumya Julu said, has a cosmopolitan character. By mixing of diverse cultures, a balance is maintained. Growth is possible. And that growth has been achieved. And that can be seen by the fact that this particular region had established trade routes, the marine trade routes with Middle East. This is home to some of the well-known heavy industries in the region. This is also one of the fastest growing cities commercially and is a commercial hub in the entire state. There is no doubt that when such commercial activity is in progress, growth is happening, the litigation graph would also go up tremendously. And it is no surprise that on account of growth in litigation, the system would require more qualified talent in the shape of good advocates, which were already present, and there is an addition made on a yearly basis. I am told approximately 5,000 to 6,000 advocates are on the rolls of the Bar Association, which makes it perhaps one of the most powerful bar bodies in the country. And the number of advocates getting enrolled in this Bar Association also is reflective of the lucrative profession it must be to practice in this region. In fact, sometimes I feel that advocates who practice in the state of Andhra Pradesh are at a great advantage as compared to their brethren in the rest of the country. The Advocates Welfare Fund, which is promulgated in the state of Andhra Pradesh, provides for a lot of relief measures for the benefit of advocates who are sick or who are retiring or in need of, monetary help. Such type of a legislative enactment does not exist in most parts of the country. It perhaps is a local act. If there was no prohibition on a judge practicing after his retirement, as I would retire somewhere in 2026 on 24th of April, I would have requested the learned bar president to enroll me as a 6001 member of the Bar Association. The city is so beautiful, it is cosmopolitan. Perhaps it would absorb a person from the north also. Brothers had mentioned about the infrastructure. So you have a 10-court complex, perhaps you require more. Infrastructure is an issue which we are taking very seriously. So we had a meeting with the administration and a number of projects had been languishing. So we said, please give us at least 7 projects completed by 30th of October. Hopefully, they will keep up their promise, and by 30th of October, we will have another 6 to 7, or at least 5, if not 7, projects completed in the entire state at various places. Another thing which we could manage with the government was the proposal for air conditioning all courts in Andhra Pradesh. This proposal is going to get through, hopefully. I've experienced the heat conditions when I landed up here in the month of July. For a few days I thought I would melt. But then I withstood the heat. The air conditioners saved me. But then I thought, what about our advocate community? What about our judges? How are they working in the court without air conditioners? This is perhaps one of the hottest regions in the country. It required certain specific attention. And therefore, I discussed with my colleagues and they said, yes, absolutely right, we must take it up. So we had a meeting with the administration in the High Court, And they were quite reasonable and supportive. They said, we will support you on this. So I said, today we are being accused of pending litigation which has fallen on us in the shape of an avalanche. How do we deal with it? I was also told that there is one AC given to an honorable judge which is installed in his chamber. And maybe we thought that because of extreme heat conditions outside, the judge would retire to his chamber early and prefer to do his work inside, thereby affecting his court work. Because working in a court outside is different, hearing arguments in the open court is different than confining yourself in a chamber. So that was the motive and our moving force. We took up the issue, and the entire court complexes throughout Andhra Pradesh have been inspected. Reports are ready. The government is going to go ahead with inviting tenders. Perhaps that is the stage which we are at today. And very soon, if the government keeps the promise, we will have this facility. Now, this facility is not for just for judges. This facility is for advocates and above all litigants who keep waiting morning till evening, waiting for their cases. Sometimes cases are not taken up. It's a very frustrating experience for a litigant. You know, today we have 3 stakeholders in our judicial system, prominently. There are many, but 3: judges, advocates and litigants. Litigants are the most ignored lot. Everybody is there. Advocates are there because of litigants, judges are there because of litigants. We are there to look after their interests. They are the ones who are coming to us with a problem. If we can't solve their problem, we should at least treat them with dignity. Please treat litigants with dignity. When they enter the court, they are not children of a lesser god. We have no business to humiliate them, to show them down, to push them, to pull them, whichever way we see. I've seen sometimes in the courts, they are scared. They have respect, but they need not be scared. They should know how to respect courts, but they need to be treated with dignity. That is my humble request to you, that while conducting court work, the honorable judges must ensure proper dignity to advocates, because insofar as the advocates and the judges are concerned, we belong to the same family. They are 2 faces of the same coin. It is like a nursery for judges. We pick up judges from the bar. Therefore, there is no difference between you and us. You are there today, you will be here tomorrow, like Justice Somya Julu. Therefore, there is nothing adversarial between the bar and the bench, and the more the cordial are the relations between the two, the better it is for the dispensation of justice. Today morning, when I was about to come to the inaugural ceremony, I received a very sweet message from one of our judges' colleague, Justice Jyotirmayi. She said, "Brother, congratulations on this occasion of inauguration of the 10-court complex, which is like a temple of justice." See, this is the respect which judges have for a court, which also people have for the court. This building which we inaugurated today ceases to be a building made by R&B people. After all that puja by the priests belonging to various religions and sects, it has ceased to remain a simple building. And when the judges assume their office and the court work starts, it transforms itself into a temple of justice. Therefore, my humble appeal to all of you is that maintain the purity of this temple of justice. I know how difficult it is for an advocate during his, discharge of his duties. He prepares the brief, he interacts with the client, he drafts pleadings, he presents the case in the court. He enables the judges to navigate through the complex legal propositions which confront the court. But for the advocates, if supposing tomorrow the advocates decided to stop practicing, how difficult it is for the judges to, on their own, to handle cases without your assistance, we only know. Therefore, without your assistance, nothing can move. It becomes difficult. It is because of your legal expertise that we can render good judgments. Therefore, legal expertise is necessary. Somebody is entrusting his case to you, paying you fees. Although this is a noble profession, fees should never be a consideration for accepting or refusing a brief. I remember when I joined the profession in the year 1989, one thing which my father told me was never refuse a brief because your client cannot pay you money. I think that is a very simple message, that money is not the consideration. We all belong to a noble profession. It's a very, very, noble profession, and one must realize, keep realizing that particular aspect. We are not here to fleece litigants. We are there rendering a service, help them get a voice in the court. With changing times now, the court functioning is also getting transformed. Now we are digitizing the court records. Access to justice is the new slogan. So a person sitting, say in Visakhapatnam now, an advocate can appear through the hybrid mode in the High Court at Vijayawada, Amravati. You also need to update your technological skills. I have been transferred from Bombay High Court. There most of the advocates do not carry a file at all. They are all carrying iPads and they refer to the iPad. Soon the courts will become paperless. Please prepare yourself technologically to meet the challenges. Otherwise, what is going to happen? You are going to lag behind, and somebody who is sitting somewhere in Bombay or Madras or Bangalore will steal a march. Therefore, legal expertise, you must update. Your legal skills, technological skills have to be updated in order to keep your skills very high. Although your bar has had a very tremendous stature in the past, but the onerous responsibility certainly lies on you today to maintain that reputation. If you lose the present moment and fail to give leadership to the younger members of the bar, we may always be taking the names of those legal luminaries in the past without producing one in the near future. Therefore, my respectful appeal to you is that please strive hard to keep the entire stream of justice absolutely clear, clean, respect each other, respect the judges, judges will respect you, so that everybody strives hard for the cause of justice. I hope I'm not taking too much of time between you and the lunch now. So once again, congratulations. We will strive hard for further improving your infrastructure, as Brother Roy and the other brothers have pointed out. We have no control over finances. We always have to approach the government for making the finances available. But nevertheless, we'll make all out endeavors in that regard. I congratulate you once again and wish you all the best. Jai Hind.